Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Brian.
Thanks, Donna. Half-year report lake level is just under 8 inches above normal pool, so that's good. Several people have talked about fishing today. If you want to fish this weekend and you don't want to spend $19 for your annual license, this weekend is free fishing weekend, so today and tomorrow you can take advantage of that, go fishing. You don't need a license. Very appreciative of Paul and his group. When they first came out, I didn't know what to think, but I've attended. They've come and did a couple presentations with me, and I've actually attended one of their open houses, and we're very excited, and we do endorse this group, and we're very excited to have them on board to help out there looking out for folks that are having issues. So give them a minute of your time before you leave today. I thought something was wrong this morning. I came into work this morning early and I drove by the East Bank boat ramp down here and there was a lot of cars. And I thought, I got to count because I got to go to an LA meeting. So I counted 65 cars at the East Bank boat ramp this morning. We have a 2-day tournament going on right now, and so a lot of those folks are from out of town. I didn't recognize a lot of the trucks or the trailers. So a lot of boats out there running around, but I thought that was very impressive for that tournament. So a lot of people in our area spending the night. I know we've had a lot of people in the campground because we have a bigger tournament coming up in 2 weeks, I think it is. We have a larger tournament coming up that's bringing people from this state, many other states. So we're seeing a lot of traffic from the fishermen. Hopefully none of you have had encounters with them. So the big announcement that was just released last week was the capital announcement. Director Zanger and Senator Faber and State Representative Beakey were at the campground and made a big announcement with the capital funding that Ohio State Parks is going to get in the tune of like $88 million. A couple of specific things that they announced for Grand Lake St. Mary's was in our campground getting a new shower house. We've got 7 facilities now, and all but one are very dated. We replaced one a few years ago, but most of our facilities are 60s vintage facilities. And then the other thing they talked about was a splash pad, which is, it's a way for kids to get wet. And I've got a conceptual drawing there on my table if anybody wants to look at it that doesn't know what that's about. So, but what I will tell you is you can go out to ohiostateparks.org, and that's our website. And when you go onto our front page, right there, it's asking for your input. And it's very easily, it's a click through. You can select the park, you can select the facilities that you'd like to see invested in. So ohiostateparks.org, if you take a minute and do that, you can get your input in there on how you think these dollars should be directed. So dock fees were due May 1st. Shame on you if you haven't paid them yet. We did give, we have a 25% discount, but we'll be following up on that if you haven't. So once again, as I spoke about the past, we do have a 25% discount on our camping and our docks. So if you know anybody that's looking to come up camp, let them know. Lake Cleanup Day was April 26th. Was not attended like it has been in the past, but I'll blame that on myself for not doing as much advertising as I should have done. But we did have some real big successes out there. Your officers, several at this front table, were out at Windy Point cleaning up the beach, and I think Tom even walked around Windy Point, cleaned up. So we appreciate that. A great presence at Windy Point. I knew they were doing good when they called me up and said, "Do we really got to use a chainsaw to cut this stuff up?" So, and then Brad Fisher's not here today. You guys all pretty much know Brad with the Grand Lake Rec Club. He was texting me on and off. Him and some of the guys, they like to go out with their boats and retrieve logs so that they're not floaters out there when we get our boats out. And they had over 30 logs that they towed into different launch ramps and pulled out. That was just from the Otterbein to Club Island. And they took a picture of one of them, if anybody was around Duckfoots that weekend or that day, one of them was like 72 foot long. So I appreciate everything they're doing, and they told me they're going to get back out again soon. So that's a great thing. So, and also I want to thank the Always County Sheriff's Department. They brought 4 inmates out that day, and they cleaned up as well over at the park. So, and Abby helped out at West Bank. Unfortunately, Abby didn't have anybody join her, but
5K.
Yeah, but she got to watch a race go by, and Abby took some time to pick up some litter as well. So thanks to everybody that was involved with that. Shelter houses at the East Bank, we've started the renovations on those. They got power washed this week, and we've made some renovations so that we don't have all the bird's nests, and they'll be starting to paint those this coming week. And as I said, we're going to put new partitions, and we're actually going to put hand dryers in the restrooms. As far as the upgrades in the campground, we've actually got 14 new asphalt camp pads in, and we'll be installing the electric to those very soon, and then we're going to be putting some sewer water to some sites. So I did just check the other day, and our Memorial Day weekend, our reservable sites are full already, so they have been for a little while now, so that's looking good. We talked about the oil derrick at the last meeting, and that was a surprise. We got the crane in. I told you the barge is in. We were going to put the crane on. Well, we did that. We went out there, and we have found out that the lake ate some of the rock that used to be there. So I guess that's got something to do with the hodag, I guess. So we are now regrouping with the LIA and with the Grand Lake Rec Club. We're doing a little regroup here, and we're going to end up hauling some large rock out there and building it up with some rock first. And we've got a great partner with ConAg, Stone Quarry over in St. Mary's has just given us a phenomenal price on stone. And then we've got some local businesses who are going to help us haul that. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll go forward with getting the concrete slurry on it and getting the replica oil derrick on it. So that project is moving forward, but that did push back our stump removal program, but we are dedicated. We are going to do that yet. Hopefully it'll be spring, but it'll be more like early summer, but we are going to do that. So if somebody does run across the stump, like we've said before, get a jug, make sure you got plenty of rope on that and an anchor. Mark it and then give us a call right away so that we know general area to be looking at when we get out there. So, and we will have volunteers working in front of us on that. So we did start placing buoys this week on the south side lake. We'll finish up on the north side this week. So if you've got a loaner buoy, please get it back out. If you need any chain anchor, anything for that, let us know. So, and our plans are to start the rough fish removal this week as well. I think water temperatures are finally getting there where we should have some success with that. So, Governor's Cup Regatta, I told you we sort of reorganized and moving forward, and there will be a race for sure. What I will tell you on that is keep tuned to the news. There is going to be a big announcement on that Thursday night. So a big announcement on that, which is going to be some good news for the Governor's Cup Regatta. So as far as dredging, Tom couldn't be here today, so he asked me to give a dredge report. So Brutus is out and running. Brutus, the newest dredge, is out in front of the St. Mary's Boat Club. We're working our way into St. Mary's Boat Club right now. And they've got about 3,400 cubic yards out to date, which isn't a lot, but it's a good start on things. And then the Pump a Little, we moved over near Sunnyside, and no more than got over there and had some mechanical issues, so we've got some welder guys working on that right now. So it'll be up and running again Monday. And then the Eagle Dredge, we're going to get it out shortly, and it'll be heading towards the Little Chickasaw Bay and Channel. So other projects which we've discussed we'll be hitting this summer will be Southmore Shores, Cozy Marina, and Riley Bay, and Rusty Haven, and over at what we refer to as Harmon's or Tebow's. So the new dredge is on schedule. The Hodag dredge is on schedule for the middle of June. I know later this month Tom's going to be going up and checking it out and making sure everything's the way it should be. So that's basically what I got. Just remember, as you're getting your watercraft out, everybody's starting to roll them out, make sure you check your safety equipment as Paul talked about, and make sure your registrations are up to date. So any questions?